Mick Mars, Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee, and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Alice Cooper.
I hear this guy, the Hall of Famer.
One incredible curvy couch right now on Motley Crue.
And rock and roll stars love getting up early, so this is perfect for you guys. I know it.
This is crazy.
This is a thrill for us to be here with you guys, and I know you have a huge announcement. First off, what caused you to stop playing together, and what brought you back together, Tommy Lee?
Well, we've been doing this for 34 years. We just had a birthday the other day, and you know, we've just decided that we've done it all. You know, we've pretty much achieved everything we've set out to do, and we'd like to go out with a bang instead of kind of fizzle out. You know.
Right, and then in '98 you saw Behind the Music about you guys. It was the most popular Behind the Music they ever did on A&E, and that prompted you to get back together.
Well, I mean, we've been together. You know, we had a few little, you know, bumps in the road.
Yeah,
but 90% of the time, you know, I thought, like Tommy was saying, you know, we feel like we wanted to go out like the same four guys that came in, you know, with the same spirit and the same fire, and we picked a date and started talking about 4 years ago.
Oh, so this has been in the making
it's been a while.
4 years.
It's not like we want a divorce. And it literally, we talked about it and said, how can we do this and like really have a blast doing it? And we, you know, talked to Alice, and Alice is like, man, we're in to do this together, and which is great for us, and it's been fantastic.
Is there one song that you think back to that you thought, you know what, we have to play that together again? What's the one, Vince, that you would say that brings you back every time? You can't think about doing it with anybody else.
I mean, like for all the songs, I think "Home Sweet Home," you know, kind of touches everybody's hearts, and that's going to be the hardest song. Well, like when we do our last show, the last night, that's the last song. Wow, that's going to be.
So your announcer,
that's going to be the tearjerker.
So your announcer is this is the last year. You're going to do a farewell tour. This is it.
This is it.
Final.
So Alice, what brought you in? When they asked you, what made you say yes?
Well, we've known each other since the very beginning. When they very first started, you know, and we had never worked together. That was the weirdest thing, you know. I mean, we'd worked with everybody, and we hadn't worked with Motley. They said, "We're going out with the final tour. Do you want to send us off, you know, in fine style?" I said, "We're in. I'm in. It'd be fun," because the two shows gel so well together. You know, I mean, both bands bring it every night, and both bands are very theatrical kind of bands.
Now, what'll be the trickiest part of working together?
What do you think, Mick? What's the hardest part about weaving him in?
There is no hard part. It's like gels together like.
Right.
And we're all
perfect.
And by the way, if you want to put your foot on the coffee table, up until today, it wasn't okay, but now it's okay. I mean, I had rules, but it's out the window. I mean,
So you just go
this is when you guys got to listen to us.
We just want you to be at home. What do you think is the biggest change over the course of 34 years? I know that's got to be hard to sum up, but biggest change.
Oh, I feel bad. Yeah, okay.
No, do you want to sip of my tea?
We know with teams you get better.
Yeah.
When you get on stage, do you get better, Tommy Lee? How does it sound? How do you feel?
Well, I mean, there's something, you know, there's something that only the four of us do really well together, and that's when, you know, if there was any other person in this particular puzzle, it wouldn't be the same. And there's something that only us four do like that, you know.
Right.
It's kind of hard to explain that.
No, I mean, it's a synergy. It's a magic that you guys have together.
Pure chemistry, enjoyed by millions out there, time and time again. I can't imagine who do you think will be the most emotional at the end? 34th tour date.
I think it's going to be it's going to be one of those things where we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm thinking we should cut "Home Sweet Home" for the last song.
That should be it?
Oh, yeah. It's like, we're not doing that. Psych, no tears on this one.
Before we go, have you ever counted how many tattoos you have between you? Ooh. Because you have a lot of tattoos.
We could cover this whole room.
It's incredible.
Are you counting mine?
You even have your name, right? Yeah. You got your name on your knuckles.
Of course.
You know who's punching you. All right, good. I recognize those fingers.
Hey, none. I'm needle phobic.
Oh, yeah. Really? You are?
Needle phobic, yeah.
All right, so tell me where we can see you.
Yes.
Where do you start?
Officially.
Where are the venues?
Well, we got 34 shows in North America, including Canada and Mexico, to kind of celebrate 34 years together. And we're kicking it off here in February. We're going to Japan for a couple weeks there. Then we come back and Australia, yes.
Alice.
Europe. With Alice, it's great. We got Alice with us, just about the whole time, and it's been fantastic touring.
And where will it finish up? Do you know the last stop?
This is a continuation of, we've been out we just did 70-something shows, in the U.S. here, and we will actually finish up where we started in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Now,
Yeah.
this is the first time you heard about all this travel. You still going to do with this?
Oh, are you kidding? I'm booked into next century. I've been doing this since 1968, so I'm used to it. Yeah.
Who takes the most on the road with them? The biggest bag full of stuff.
I went to Europe one time with 2 bags and came back with 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Dutch shoes. Let me ask something. Did you ever think you'd still be playing at this age, at this point in your career? You say to yourself, when in your 20s, I'll be playing in my 50s and 60s?
No. I mean, we didn't expect to get to 30. The guys that died at 27 years old, some of those guys, it's a miracle they got to 27 years old, So, I mean, to be 67 and still doing this is like, you would never, ever think that.
What's your message to your fans?
Well, to me, it's all about, these 2 bands have the spirit of what rock and roll should be. You go out there and you kill them every night. You kill them. It doesn't matter if you're doing 10 in a row. That's no excuse not to kill the audience.
Yeah.
Right. Tommy Lee, you don't agree with that at all?
Oh, absolutely.
we were kind of napping on this side of the
Oh, no, we got your back.
Just put your feet back up and get comfy.
Get our feet back up.
You can relax as we go.
It really bothers me because you've had an incredible entertaining life and you still look great. And I'm really jealous. Okay? Congratulations on all your
and
success.
you sound just as good. What a treat to have
Thank
you
you.
here.
Hey, thanks for having us on. We're excited
No
to get
problem.
out there.
Let's end with our feet on the table the way we started.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's send it out.
All right, let's
You'll
go.
never recognize
Just
me.
relax
What's
it
coming
out.
up?